A Formula One driver fits into a car like a hand into a glove. Let's take a look at exactly what is adjustable to make him safe and comfortable in the car. First though, let's understand why the driver sits where he does. This FIA template defines the size of the cockpit opening. Where the driver's legs pass through the chassis, this template must pass through the bulkheads. A very key regulation is that when operating the pedals, the soles of the driver's feet must be behind the front axle centre line. This is why they don't smash their legs up so much these days. The designer wants the driver as low as possible for best centre of gravity. The aerodynamicist wants the front of the chassis as high as possible for best airflow, so my feet are well above where I'm sitting on the floor of the car. There are two very curious regulations which have survived the decades. One is that the driver must face forward, so no lying down and looking out of a periscope. The other is that you must be able to exit without opening a door. The adjustability inside the cockpit's impressive. Let's start at the front with the pedals. They're like stirrups your feet fit into. Go and stop like a cart, throttle and brake. Fully adjustable, as is the heel rest too. The steering wheel. I'm counting 29 switches and dials on here, one of which has 12 functions all by itself. This is Fernando Alonso's. He likes a narrower grip and a little wheel on here to change the differential settings. Compare that with Felipe Massa. He likes a much thicker grip and little chunky dials to change his differential. Inside the cockpit, 6 seat belts, any adjustable length you like. Elbow pads, so you don't bruise this little bone here. Some drivers like a headrest on there to stop the back of the car banging into your crash helmet. Look at this work of art, a Fernando Alonso seat. They start by putting the driver in expanding two-part foam, and when that's dried, they scan the shape of his body and make this carbon buck. Then they put foam inside to protect the high spots of his bones and to stop him submarining under heavy braking. If this medical light is glowing after a big accident, the medical crew then attach using these 8 seat belts and protecting the driver's neck with a bracket at the back and literally lift him completely out in the seat. This is his lifeline. I feel really comfortable in this car, absolutely ready to go. But I'm not able to go on track until I pass 2 more tests. The first check is that I must be 70 millimetres below an imaginary line from the top of the rollover hoop to the front of the chassis. This is a test we sometimes have to cheat by ducking down into the cockpit when tested. The final legality check before I can go out and enjoy myself is much harder. I've got to get out of this cockpit within 5 seconds and replace the steering wheel within a further 5.